Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, and it is a good morning this morning, because we have finally got Space Time Smackdown. That set is out. It is available. You can go and open packs now, and that means that we need to do what we do every time we hit the release date of a new set. We need to talk about every secret rare in the set. It's what a lot of people are very excited about. It's what I personally am very excited about. So let's go and have a little bit of a look. And we're going to start off with the full art regular Pokemon, and we're going to start off with Mamoswine. Here's the thing, right? Mamoswine is my favourite Pokemon. And anyone that follows this channel will know that Okacheke is hands down, no question, my favourite artist working in the Pokemon TCG. This is a Mamoswine, my very favourite Pokemon, drawn by Okacheke, my very favourite artist. Why does this have to be a Pokemon TCG pocket card? And don't get me wrong, right? I am going to be wonder picking this every time I see it. I am going to be trying to amass a phenomenal collection of this card. I am going to be trying to get as many of this card as I possibly can get my hands on. But why does this card have to exist only in Pokemon TCG Pocket? I'm very upset about this. Seriously, in what world does my favourite artist actually draw my favourite Pokemon and I can never get the card? Boo! In terms of what the card does, it takes 30 less from Fire and Water Pokemon. 4 Energy 120 is asking a lot, but 160 HP on a 1-point Pokemon is pretty great. So let's run through the rest of the full art Pokemon. We've got a Tangrowth, 4 Energy 90, Heal 30. It's expensive, but it can be a pretty nice tank. We got Combee that lets you go and search for a basic Pokemon and bench it. Very nice in the early game, but the low HP worries me. We've got Carnivine, 3 Energy, 90 damage on a head. Alright if you can flip heads. We've got a beautiful Shaman by Rend. Lets you heal 10 damage from each of your Pokemon. And it's an ability that works sitting on your bench. Very nice for healing here. And it can heal anything. We've got ourselves Gastrodon. 3 Energy, 60 plus 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's alright, but I worry it's a little bit expensive. Manaphy by Yukikudo here is amazing. You get to choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and attach a water energy from your energy zone to it. 50 HP is very low, but this is great for getting your energy out in the early game. We've got Shinx that lets you basically get immunity from everything on a coin flip. Great for wasting time. We've got a Rotom, another beautiful piece of art here. 50 damage against a Pokemon with a tool. That's a big deal. We've got Drifloon that can protect itself a little bit, but honestly here, it's not phenomenal. We've got a beautiful Mesprit that if you've got Uxie and Azaf on your bench, 3 Energy 160, yes. You got to discard all energy from it, but this has so much potential when you're accelerating energy with stuff like Gardevoir. We've got a beautiful Giratina that has free retreat, but 3 Energy 70 is just a bit uninspiring. We've got Cresselia, 2 Energy 50, heal 20. It's alright for a bit of tanking. We've got a really beautiful Rhyperior here, but it takes 4 energy and discards the top 3 cards of your deck. 150 is a great amount of damage, but you're asking a lot here. We've got the Lucario we saw before that lets your fighting Pokemon do an extra 20. That's brilliant. We've got Hippotas by T0, which is beautiful, but 3 Energy 60 is not ideal. We got a Spiritomb by Shinji Kanda, which I know a lot of people are going to be absolutely adoring. 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon for a single energy on an 80 HP basic. That's not too bad. We've got Krogunk, and this has some of the best art in the set. 20 damage, flip a coin for each Pokemon you have in play. It does 20 for each heads. Could be as much as 80. Could be as little as 0. We've got Heatran. I love the artwork here with all of the other Pokemon chilling out. 3 Energy 110 on a basic, not terrible. We've got Garchomp here. I love this Garchomp. I think this is Take again, who's just doing wonderful artwork. This is another one of my favourite Pokemon, incidentally. This is another card that I'm sad only exists in Pocket. Discard a card from your hand to draw a card. It's a ridiculous draw power for Pocket. Pocket does not have draw power like this. Discard a card to draw a card is phenomenal, and 2 energy 100 isn't bad. We'll get to Cynthia in a moment. Staraptor, 3 energy, 80. Your opponent can't retreat next turn. It's fine, it's not great. Bidoof by Komatsu here is, look at it. Look at it. Also, 2 energy, have your opponent's remaining HP. That's not bad for a basic for 2 energy. Glameow, single energy 40 is phenomenal, especially when Giovanni adds 20 and you can KO a lot of basics. Flip a coin if tails it does nothing, you're going to get a lot of cheeky early KOs of Glameow. Regigigas, 4 energy, 50 damage, plus damage equal to the damage on this Pokemon. You got 140 HP, it's a great attack, but it's very expensive. Those are your full art single prize Pokemon. What about your EXs? Well, we have ourselves a Yanmega, and we're going to look at these together. So yes, there is an special art of this one as well. There are 2 fancy Yanmegas, and we got a stage 1, free energy, 120, discard an energy from this Pokemon. It's alright. It'll do. I don't think it's a phenomenal card, but I do think that stage 1 colorless energy, it's not bad. This one could be fun. Infernape also gets a special art, and look how wonderful it is. 2 energy, 140. You do have to discard all fire energy from it, so you can't just pile it on. But it's got free retreat, so you can retreat and potentially do it again. People are going to play with Infernape. Palkia doesn't get a special art, but it does get a Crown Rare and an Immersive here. So, kind of feels like Palkia's winning. And yeah, just phenomenal. We talked about Palkia before. I like it a lot more than I did when I first looked at it. Single energy 30 is great on 150 HP basic. And being able to do 150 plus 20 to all your opponent's bench is pretty good. You're kind of reliant on Misty to get the energy on, which is a bit annoying, although I showed you Manaphy a minute ago. But honestly, there's a lot of potential here with Palkia. Now, in terms of Pachirisu, we do have a special art here. 120 HP is very low for a 2-point Pokemon, but 80 damage if you've got a tool attached for 2 energy on a basic. That is going to do a lot of damage very early. This is something to keep an eye on. Miss Magius does get itself a special art here as well. 2 energy, 70 damage plus confusion on a stage 1. It's alright. I don't think it's a particularly stunning card, but I do think there is a lot of potential. Gallade has a special art by Takumi Wada. That's an artist who came around recently in Pokemon. You might know them from Zelda. And 2 energy, 70 damage, plus 20 for each energy attached to your opponent's active. 170 HP is great, and against an energy-hungry deck, this one could actually be a pretty big deal. By the way, you might be seeing a little bit of a theme here that all the Pokemon have special arts, unless they've got Crown Rare and Immersive. This makes me very happy. Weavile single energy 30, but it's actually 70 if your opponent's active has any damage on it. For a single energy, I adore this. What I don't adore is the Weavile in the special art, apparently looking to pounce on a single poor, helpless Swinub? Come on, mate. Have some pride. Leave Swinub alone. Now, we do have a Darkrai coming in here, which I predicted this based on the merch we'd seen in-game. Delighted to see we do actually get one. Whenever you attach a Darkness energy from your energy zone to this Pokemon, do 20 to the active. That's absurd. And then free energy 80. Yeah, I'm not loving the attack, but there's so much that can be done with this ability here, especially if we get good Darkness energy acceleration in the future. Now, after Darkrai, we got ourselves a rather lovely Dialga, and you know the deal with this. It doesn't have a special art, but it does have a Crown Rare and an Immersive, so I think we can probably forgive it. And I love the Immersive here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a big, big fan. I also really like the card. I like 2 energy 30, accelerate 2 energy from your energy zone. And I like 4 energy 100, especially because you're accelerating energy. First attack here makes me very, very happy. And then finally, we got ourselves Licky Licky. 4 colorless energy, 100 damage. Flip a coin till you get tails, 40 more for each heads. But I really enjoy the fact you got 160 HP on a stage 1 that uses colorless energy. I think there is a lot of potential with Licky Licky being a bit of a tank. But of course, it's not just about the Pokemon. We've also got some supporter cards here as well that are getting, obviously, your full arts. Now, Cyrus lets you just switch an opponent's bench damage to the active. This card is broken good. Broken good. Because actually, what we got here is actual gusting, which we don't get much in Pocket. If your opponent's got a damaged Pokemon and they retreat to the bench to try and, avoid it, boom, KO with Cyrus. This card is busted. Team Galactic Grunt lets you put a random Glameow, Donkey or Krogunk from your deck into your hand. But if you're only playing like one of those evolution lines, this is great actual search. Cynthia we looked at before. It does 50 more damage on your Garchomp or Togekiss. I think Cynthia Garchomp's going to be a legit deck. Volkner lets you choose an Electivire or Luxray and attach 2 lightning from your discard pile to that Pokemon. Great energy acceleration, not in the early game, but in the mid to late game. Oh, it's good. Dawn would be a huge card if it was actually released physically. It's not been. But you do get to move an energy from one of your bench to your active. This is very big for moving your energy around in a way that makes you win the game. And finally, Mars, and yes, we're going full Gen 4 with this set as we previously mentioned. Your opponent shuffles a hand into their deck and draws a card for each of their remaining points needed to win. Yeah, it kind of does what you would expect, honestly. And we've not seen something like this with Pocket. Really nice hand disruption. Your opponent's got 1 point needed to win. Put him down to a 1-card hand. It's another card that I could see seeing a significant amount of play. There are 52 secret rares in this set. That is a lot. 52 of your full arts and above. Good luck collecting them all. But honestly, we've got the Mamoswine, which makes me incredibly happy. That Garchomp is phenomenal. And yeah, there's so many great cards here. I'm excited about building with this set. Deck building, I'm excited about the art. I'm excited about everything. So now it's over to you guys. What's your favorite secret rare? What decks are you looking to build? Tell me everything you think about this set. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Dojo, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.